As the holiday season draws to a close with the beginning of the new year, the spirit of giving doesn't have to end. Considering the rising cost of living in Canada and around the world, the need is there. But finding the right charity or nonprofit to give to amid hundreds of organizations to choose from may not be an easy feat. And knowing exactly where your donations are going is all the more important amid this economic uncertainty. Well, joining us now to help us with this is Ms. Kate Bahen, Managing Director at Charity Intelligence Canada. Ms. Bahen, welcome to Forum Daily.
Thanks for having me.
So can you tell us a little bit more about Charity Intelligence Canada and how it measures the impact of charities in the country?
Absolutely. So it's the last 2 days of giving before the tax deadline on December 31st. And I don't know about you, but it seems to be blitz time with all these charity ads running on television. I was just watching today, 66 cents a day pays for a guide dog, $200 pays for a child's operation. These ads are completely outlandish. They are not substantiated by facts. And that's exactly what Charity Intelligence does. Our website has the facts and the figures on over 800 Canadian charities. It's a review that you can go to for independent and objective information to make an informed giving decision so that you know what the charity does, how it actually spends your money, and hopefully you can find how your dollar can do the most good this giving season.
Now, that's a really interesting point that you bring up, that these advertisements may not be giving you accurate messages in terms of where your money is going and how much of an impact your money has. So can you tell us a little bit more about the top impact charities, at least in 2022, from your research?
Terrific. So you've got thousands and thousands of charities in Canada, and our analysis, we really look at sort of the 800. So it's a small proportion, but those 800 get 57% of the $18 billion Canadians give each year. You're going to see really wide differentiation. You're going to see great charities, and you're going to see charities that have a 1-star or a 0-star rating. There's such a difference. On the impact side, we do the measurement. We're economists, we're research analysts, we're data nerds, and we go into measuring what does this charity do and how does it actually change lives. And when you do this modeling, you can see some charities are simply outstanding. And those are the ones on our 2022 top 10 impact list. For those charities, when you make a donation, they're having about 7 times the difference that making a donation to an average charity does. So we hope that our information and our lists give you as a donor greater confidence, more information, and also an edge so that your giving can do the most good possible.
All right, Ms. Bahen. Well, with so much need, as you said, amid this rising cost of living, we have so many charities to choose from. How can Canadians go about choosing the right charity to give to?
I would say do your homework first. Really, really do your homework. When you talk about the rising need, Canadians are incredibly generous, and giving is up. Giving is up about 10% across the board this year. So Canadians have dug deep throughout the COVID pandemic, and they have given a lot to food banks and they have given a lot to shelters. So just be aware that charities change and the situations change. And on our website, again, are those research reports. So you can see which charities really need your money, which ones have a great need for donations. Some charities, about 15%, are very rich already. They have millions of dollars in the bank. And you really have to question, with the money I can give this year, is this the best way to give my money? So there's lots of information. Just always don't feel rushed. Don't feel hurried. Give yourself some time to do a little homework, do a little research, and really come to understand the charities you're supporting.
All right, Ms. Bahen, just about a minute left here, but on that note of the charities that are actually in need right now, can you tell us a little bit more about what kind of charity sectors were hit hardest this year?
Well, actually, the charity sectors that we've seen the biggest gains in donations are food banks. Food banks were incredibly popular with Canadian donors. There was a big pivot during COVID where many food banks, the largest food banks, received, millions of dollars in donations. Some of them have been able to use that money quickly. So they are in a very strong financial position to meet the rising demand. But then again, there were some charities that are really strapped and haven't benefited as much. So I would say that's mostly the local charities. There we see giving is down about 2% year over year. Again, it's the local smaller charities that don't run the TV ads, don't have the marketing, aren't doing the mass mails that are arriving in your mailboxes. And so marketing is so powerful in this sector in making you donate to those charities. I'm asking Canadians really sort of think about the local charities that don't have the multi-million-dollar marketing budgets. So think about the local smaller charities this year for 2022.
All right, lots to consider. Ms. Bahen, thank you again for joining us today on Forum Daily.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.